Hello, Travis here, and welcome back to Factorio Space Age. In the last episode, we completed one major uh, module of our new factory assembly, which is the green circuits. And I spent probably more time than Phoebe trying to figure out the red chip when I came up with Epiphany. And then we're going to explore that Epiphany in this episode. And that deals with a rather, some might say cursed, but others might say genius, strategy known as belt weaving. Now, in Factorio, there's a property where, belts of different tiers can be, placed along the same line. As fu- This has a link of, and, let me grab a bunch of, red, undergrounds just so we can show what belt weaving is all about. Because belt weaving is a tactic that allows us to drastically shrink the footprint of factories. Where are my undergrounds? Here they are. And I'll probably I won't, because I forgot I need to reconfigure thing. I'll deal with oil for in this episode. But first, let me explain what belt weaving is all about. So the yellow belt has a limit of same. You know, there's something interesting. Yellow belts can fit. A yellow underground length can fit in between the red underground length, and this will prove the other. Which leads me to this monstrosity right here. Here we have the green chips that are going to be fed, and on the yellow belts we're going to be, and the plastic. With the plastic, I believe was plastic goes in. Now, of course, there is the downside of having to use the slower belts in between the fat. However, we can probably mitigate that when we start crafting blue belts. And like that, we now have the ability to Alright, so I'm going to, I'm going to... And we're going to copy that. Honestly, I should have belt weaving is something that I haven't done a whole lot, but in the case for this build, I think it will suit us just fine. Fortunately, when we get to processing units, aka blue chips, we won't nearly have that as much of a problem because, and of course, this is not going to be a very that should be. Now let's work on that plastic. Plastic, of course, is not going to be which was going to be started all the way down here. Do I have enough chem plants? I can craft enough chem plants. Alright. This is where need 8 of these. Going to outfit them with 2 efficiency. In addition to, we're going to need which needs water and that's it's time to some pipes on. We're also probably gonna need to make a pump. Oh. Alright. All our let me just review things because oil is definitely is at the alright. That'll be fine. Where I'm looking for without wandering aimlessly. And I need pipes. Not exactly the kind of guy that remembers to bring Allow me bots park themselves, get in my belly. Some pipe wizardry, we can we want to take some of this lube with us. Correct. Then we're gonna This is if you're I probably should be explaining what I'm doing. And this is what I'm cracking the oil down. This is called oil. We're cracking heavy oil into light oil, and we're also cracking light oil into petroleum gas. And I'm going to grab some more power poles. Just I'm not a master at oil. I've kind of just say screw it. I'm gonna use a yada yada amount of and I'm probably going to be more storage for the bots. I made way too many explosives. I do not want light oil on this. Heavy oil, light oil, and petroleum. And this is, folks, is what we call pipe spaghetti. Even worse than belt spaghetti because it can get incredibly unhinged pretty quickly. Did I break a water pipe somehow? Aha! I see what I'm missing. So we got our light oil, our petroleum gas, and but we won't need the. Want to go kind of the. Now I might be able to demonstrate what happens when we overextend a pipeline. I get right about there. Oh my god. $195. I'm gonna be absolutely shocked that this somehow makes it to our factory under 320. Aha! Here we go. So once we the pipes can overextend, and to overcome that, we use pumps. Pumps are, for many reasons, can be but they also can be used, as I see right here, to extend pipelines. Now that we have our petroleum down here, we can hook up sulfur as well as oops. And that's another nest that we're going to have to get rid of, as is this one that just popped up recently. But we can wait. I say until the biters expand and then cause chaos and mayhem. Alright. just gonna have to do that. Yes, this is what Factorio engineers mean when they say trees are the enemy. Oh my god, how many explosives were in? Yeah, don't leave your explosives in the factory left unchecked. Also, don't don't use a active provider's chest on a thing of gears. What does all that mean? I will elaborate when we get to logistics bots. So now we have our plastic down here. We can we won't worry about sulfur right now. We want this belt right here to be our we're gonna need to grab more belts because the bots are still busy taking care of my explosive mistake. Though to be fair, that isn't a mistake of don't leave your bots unchecked. It's make sure you limit your chests. Is a much more apt lesson to be learned from Are they still? Oh my god. I'm just gonna have to go over there and stuff more bots in the network, aren't I? You know what? Fine, I can do that. Yeah, that's probably fair. That's the lore reason on why I'm not making take one of my many cars that I have littering. Oops. Yeah. How much plastic do I need? I'll make it a full belt. And if I hook everything up properly, this should be plastic. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's probably pretty important to do. Hopefully, if everything's working alright up here. Yes. Probably helps if I have power poles. This is actually a pretty slick design of mine. Like that, we have a red circuits. All properly integrated into the bus once I but at least until we get the sulfur hooked up. All right. Okay, I'll finagle the thing, but I think I'll be calling this episode here. If you liked what you I know I probably should be in the effort of not thinking and more talking about what I'm doing. But if you liked what liked my introduction to belt weaving to be able to do our circuit builds, and kind of talking about how we crack our light down into petroleum. We crack our heavy oil into light oil and lube. Feel free to leave a like. If you have any questions or concerns about what I just talked about, leave a comment. And if you want to see more Factorio Space Age, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.